You know that feeling. You've spent hours crafting, I don't know, 50 resumes. You tailor every single one. You check the grammar. You cram in all the right keywords.
And then you send them out into the void.
And you get nothing back. Just silence.
Yeah.
It's this incredibly painful feeling, right? Like the whole system is just rejecting you.
It is brutal. And if you're feeling that, you are absolutely not imagining it. We dug into the source material for this, reports from McKinsey, the World Economic Forum, and the numbers are, frankly, a little shocking. Even graduates from places like Harvard Business School are struggling. The data shows something like 23% of them didn't have a job secured right away. So the old rules, they're just dead.
So if the people who, did everything right are hitting this wall, what does that mean for the rest of us? Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission today is to unpack what is really going on and build a clear, actionable roadmap for you in this new AI era.
Yeah, we're going to break it down into 3 key parts. First, we have to understand the 2 big forces that actually broke the job market. Why are successful companies not hiring?
Okay.
Second, we'll define that skills gap you hear about. What are the things companies are actually desperate for right now?
And then, the most important part, we'll give you the solution. A 4-step plan, complete with the exact AI tools and prompts you can use to become what they call plug and play. This is all about taking back control.
Okay.
Let's start there. The foundational problem. Why are these huge, successful companies freezing hiring or even during layoffs? The first force seems pretty simple. Everything just costs too much money.
That's it, exactly. You feel it at the grocery store, but businesses feel it everywhere. Their rent is up, their software licenses are more expensive, supplies, everything is spiking. And when costs go up, leadership gets very conservative. They just stop taking risks.
And hiring a new person is a huge risk, financially speaking. It's not just the salary you see on the job post.
Not at all.
They had to factor in the laptop, the software, insurance, and maybe 6 months of pay before that person is even fully up to speed.
Precisely. They're running those numbers. And with so much uncertainty out there, they're cutting costs now just in case. It's why we saw all those layoffs in big tech and on Wall Street. Those companies weren't failing.
They were just getting lean.
They were getting lean, preparing for a storm, even if it's not raining yet.
Which brings us to the second force. And this one feels a little weird. I think you called it the AI paradox.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting because everyone is talking about how powerful AI is. But the research shows most companies have no idea how to use it yet. A McKinsey report said only about, 1% of companies have AI fully integrated and working perfectly.
1%. So if 99% of them haven't figured it out, why is it causing so much disruption? Shouldn't they be hiring more people to solve that?
You'd think so, but it's all about fear and expectation. A CEO looks at a tool like ChatGPT or Claude and thinks, okay, why would I hire a junior writer for 80 grand a year when in 6 months AI might do 80% of that work for like $20 a month?
That uncertainty is the real killer.
It is. The idea of what AI will become is enough to make them just freeze all hiring for those kinds of entry-level or support roles. They're just waiting for the tech to settle down.
So with those 2 pressures, high costs, and this sort of technological fear, does that mean companies are just refusing to hire anyone that needs to be taught?
Yes. Tight money means no training budget. They demand day 1 job competence.
Day 1 job competence.
Okay.
That brings us right to this idea of the skills gap.
It's this infuriating situation, right? You have thousands of people looking for work, and at the same time you have employers complaining, we can't find anyone to hire.
The gap is because the old model is gone. It used to be that a company would hire a new grad and plan on training them for 6 months. But with money so tight, they just won't do that anymore. A degree is fine, but if you don't have the specific skills they need today,
they'll just leave the position empty. Which is wild. So we need to know what those skills are. The World Economic Forum's Future of Jobs report was really clear on this.
And the first one isn't just about, being a hardcore programmer. It's AI and big data literacy. It's more about knowing how to work with data.
Exactly. Can you look at a giant, messy spreadsheet and pull a story out of it? Can you use an AI tool to summarize 1,000 customer reviews into 3 key takeaways? It's about being a force multiplier, using the tech to work faster and smarter.
The second skill feels less technical and more about just surviving in this kind of market.
Oh, absolutely. It's resilience and flexibility. The soft skills are the hard currency now. I mean, business plans change overnight. Companies need people who don't freak out when the entire strategy shifts on a Monday morning.
They want proof that you can adapt.
and that you can bounce back from a failure without needing your hand held.
And that third skill, the sources say, this is maybe the most important one for a long career.
Lifelong learning. The old way of doing things, you go to school once, you use that knowledge for 40 years, that's just over. The tools we use change every 6 months. I mean, I still wrestle with prompt drift myself.
Can you explain what prompt drift is for anyone who hasn't heard that term?
Yeah, it's simple but frustrating.
Yeah.
It's when you have a prompt that works perfectly in, say, ChatGPT. You get great results. Then a month later, you use that exact same prompt and the output is suddenly worse or just different. The AI model itself changed underneath you.
Wow.
And so you have to constantly be learning how to work with the new version of the tool. Companies need to see that you can teach yourself without being told.
So in this environment, is that kind of adaptability actually more valuable than, say, a static 4-year degree?
Adaptability is vital. Self-teaching ability outweighs a static 4-year degree now.
Okay, that pivots us perfectly to the solution. We get the problem. Money's tight, AI is confusing, companies want people who are ready to go now. So how do we become that plug-and-play person? This is the action plan.
And it all starts with the hardest part, which is changing your mindset.
Step 1, fix your mindset. You call this the owner mentality.
Right. You have to stop thinking of yourself as a passive job seeker, just waiting to get picked. You have to think like a small business owner. The old way is asking, what do I have to do? The new way is asking, how can I add value to this company's bottom line right now? You stop asking for a job and you start offering solutions.
And when you think that way, step 2. The freelance first strategy makes a lot of sense. A full-time job is a huge risk for a company, but a small freelance project.
It's super low risk for them, and it's high reward for you. They can try you out on one specific project for 1 week. If it works, great. If not, no big deal. But for you, you get real experience on your resume. You're not unemployed. You're a consultant.
But what about the risk for the person? You know, losing stability, benefits, that kind of thing.
That's a totally fair point. The benefits piece is real. But what we're seeing is this strategy often leads directly to a full-time offer, way faster than just applying online. You do one great project, the hiring manager already knows and trusts you. They often just say, hey, this is working. Do you want to stay on full-time? It shortcuts the whole process.
Okay, so let's get into the specific tools that make this all work. The free AI tools. I think you said most people are using them all wrong.
Totally wrong. You need to treat AI less like Google and more like a really strict but very effective coach.
Okay, tool 1, ChatGPT or Claude. You're saying don't just ask it to write a cover letter. Use the interview simulator prompt.
Yes, tell it. You are a skeptical hiring manager. I am a junior analyst. Ask me 3 really tough questions and then score my answers from 1 to 10 on clarity and confidence. That kind of practice is invaluable.
And for the cover letter, there's a specific prompt for that too.
The cover letter creator prompt. You paste in the job description, you paste in your resume, and you tell the AI to write a letter that focuses only on how your skills solve the problems listed in their job ad. No fluff, just pure value.
Okay, next up is tool 2, Teal. This one is for beating the robot gatekeepers.
Yeah, the applicant tracking systems, the ATS. That software reads your resume before any human does. It's just looking for keywords. If you don't have enough of the right ones, you're out instantly. Teal helps you optimize your resume against the job description so you get a high match score and actually make it to a person.
And finally, tool 3, Perplexity AI for interview prep. How is this better than just Googling the company?
Because it synthesizes information. Google gives you a list of links you have to sort through. Perplexity gives you the answer. You can ask it to summarize the company's biggest challenges, its main competitors, and its latest news, all in a few clear paragraphs.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Just imagine walking into an interview with that. A custom intelligence report on their biggest problems sitting right in front of you. That's an incredible advantage that just didn't exist a couple of years ago.
It changes everything. Okay, so that brings us to the last 2 steps of the plan.
Step 3, build a portfolio. It's all about show, don't tell.
Exactly. A degree is paper. A portfolio is proof. It proves you can actually do the work. And look, if you don't have clients, just make up a project. Redesign the Spotify homepage. Write 5 marketing emails for a new Nike launch. Document your process. That is 10 times more powerful than a bullet point on a resume.
And that portfolio is what makes step 4, the cold outreach method, possible. Because the best jobs aren't always posted online.
They're almost never posted. So you find someone at a company you admire, you send them a short note. Compliment a specific project they worked on, briefly mention your skills, and share a link to your portfolio. And this is the key. Do not ask for a job. Just connect. The conversation is what creates the opportunity later on.
So for someone who is starting from absolute zero, what's the first move? Building the portfolio or shifting the mindset?
Mindset is foundational, but the portfolio is the proof that enables cold outreach success.
So to pull this all together, the job market is tough. It's expensive for companies, it's moving incredibly fast, and it is brutally competitive. If you're feeling exhausted sending out those applications, that's a completely normal response.
It is. But the big opportunity here is for people who decide to be active instead of reactive. The people who are getting hired right now aren't always the ones with the fanciest degrees. They're the builders.
They're the ones learning the new tools, the ones who refuse to wait for permission, and who create their own momentum with actual concrete work.
You have access to everything you need. You've got the internet. You have these incredible free tools like ChatGPT, Teal, Perplexity. The knowledge is there to start building your own path.
You really do have to choose your own way forward. So what's the first small action you'll take today? Right now? Will you try that interview simulator prompt? Or maybe just run your current resume through Teal against a job you're interested in. That one small step is all it takes to start building that momentum.